Welcome, everyone, to Lubbock, Texas, Jones AT&T Stadium, where their tortillas will be flying in celebration and in support of their beloved Texas Tech Red Raiders. Tend to run a little higher, as we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Texas State Bobcats, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Bobcats will kick it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Back to pass, it's Morton. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react in plays. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Second down coming up. Wide out in motion. He's back to throw on second down. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Leaves it with the back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Fast motion from the offense. On second down, wants to throw it. That's caught. It's Hudson. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
The Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Running back searching for a hole. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. After the misconnection, it's second down. Back to throw, it's Morton. They're trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he missed it. No good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score. After missing that 46-yard field goal attempt, they'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 29. They'll run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's McLeod. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
From the gun, the ground game. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Hand off from the shotgun. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. That's caught. It's Sparks. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right half. Oh, they blocked the kick. Scoop it up and going the other way. He's loose down the left side. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Give to the running back. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Off the play fake on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
They'll go to the ground. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
3rd and long, and he'll try that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. And the Bobcats will line up to punt it away. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
To the air. It's Morton. Quickly complete. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Catch in the middle, it's Kelly. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Red Raider!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in there because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
Score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Movement here from the tight end. Handoff to the single back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carry.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
The last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. To throw, it's McLeod. The quick out. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He'll keep it himself. Got the first down and still on his feet. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Second down now after the sack. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Wilson. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Coming after it. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
How great is it if you're a defensive coordinator that you know I can put 6 DBs on the field in my dime package and I can still get home rushing 4. My guys up front are better than your guys, and we're going to go prove it. And they did just that.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. And the offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here comes the option. Quarterback on the keeper. Now the toss. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Back to throw, it's Morton. They're bringing heat. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And the Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly to the tight end. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The Red Raiders are rolling down the field. They go to the ground. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Awesome job. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls and fires complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider!
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. To the air on first down. Firing to the right, complete. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Looking to pass. It's McLeod. Trying to beat the D deep. And the ball is picked off. Looking for more room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. And the Red Raiders will kick it away to crank up the second half. Coming out with it, it's Anderson. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when
pass on the way, it's picked off. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Red Raider. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
You always hear the old saying, tips lead to picks. Quarterbacks have got to be careful. You've got to be so accurate with the ball. If you're not, and a defender tips that thing up into the air, bad things generally happen. Pick 6. Doesn't get much worse than that.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Anderson. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Some misdirection with the counter. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's McLeod. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Quick strike complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route run. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. The Bobcats send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. A low line drive and short kick. And the return man couldn't get... The catch and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They'll ride Davis here. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the offense. Jet sweep to the receiver. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, the offense stars those plays where they want to get their playmakers the ball, and the defense understands it as well. I got to know when that guy comes in motion, he's a legit threat. They did, and you could tell. They pulled the trigger and went and made a nice play.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Brown will throw it. Zings it complete to the right. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they got it at the 42.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd and short, what they like 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
Caught over the middle. It's Dickey. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently.
The Red Raiders are marching down the field. They'll keep it on the ground. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
The give to the back. And the Red Raiders have enough for the first down.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, and let them go to work.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They'll try the outside to the left. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Now on the counter. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And they've converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. Field goal is good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he'll return it and try to get behind it. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The give to Davis. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
They'll run it to the right. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to.
Grab near the marker. It's Hudson. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Red Raiders will have it 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. They stop him right on the edge of the red zone. A pickup of 5 to the 20.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give as they work on that clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
They'll leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And the Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll do it himself. And the ball's loose in the backfield. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad. Or, as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet. Move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
Now, I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.